Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Coffee and Cards with Michelle. My name's Michelle Zanovich, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Every weekday morning at 8 and Saturdays at 9, I come and craft with you first thing in the morning so we can get our day started with some creativity and fun. Today's no exception, and today we are still working with the Field of Flowers stamp set. Now, if you thought I wasn't going to be able to do a whole week of cards and projects using Field of Flowers, we're just getting started. Oh my goodness, this stamp set is amazing. And if you're thinking it comes as a bundle, it does. All right, and we're going to work with that bundle tomorrow. But for now, ooh, coffee. Sorry, squirrel, distracted. We're going to be making this. This sketch is one of my absolute favorites. I've used it a few times in some classes last spring, and it comes from a friend of mine, Angela Waters, who used this first with the painted poppies. And so I wanted to show you how we're going to turn this simple sketch into a sketch using Field of Flowers. Sorry, I had to have coffee this morning. All right, so let's get started. We are using the Painted Labels dies that came with the Painted Poppies suite. And these two, I want to show you before we get started. This one and this one are what we used. So it's the large frame and the small frame. And I love how they coordinate and layer on top of each other. All right. I'm also going to show you how we're going to take this card and make it an okay card and then turn it into a wow card. All right. So I have a few pieces today. We're going to start with a Whisper White thick cardstock base. Oops, that's not scored. And I thought it was. Excuse me, Mr. B. Okay, so I'm just going to come over here to my Simply Scored tool and score it at 4 1/4. Let's make sure it's the right size. 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. Okay, we're good. It just wasn't scored. Then I have a bone folder here. Okay. Move that out of the way. I have 3 base layers today. So many pieces, right? So the first thing that I want to do is get my Always stamp. I'm really enjoying this particular stamp. Hold on. I have like 10 Stampin' Pierce mats. And they wander off. No joke. I mean, I really do have that many. But they seem to wander all around my studio when I'm not looking. So I'll grab this one. Okay. And I'm going to ink up Always in Tuxedo Black Memento. And I'm going to stamp it as close to the left and the top as possible. Okay. And then I have my little dragonfly stamp. My goodness, he's so adorable. I'm like using him on every card this week because I can't get enough. And he's just super cute. And I'm just going to put him right down here. I feel like he's my new signature trademark. Maybe I need a new crocheted dragonfly. What do you think? I mean, super cute. All right, so that's all we're going to do on that. Now let's stamp these. I'm going to stamp on the white layer. I'm going to stick that under here so I don't get it dirty. And I'm going for Pear Pizzazz today. Earlier in the week, I've used Garden Green for my stems, and today it's Pear Pizzazz. I wanted a little softer. And see how it's hanging off my label? That's exactly what I want. Okay? I don't want the whole thing. and then Poppy Parade. So just because your stamped images may not fit your labels, that doesn't mean you can't use them. That just means you're going to have a whole new look, okay? Because my flowers also aren't going to fit on that label exactly. And that's okay, all right? We don't need whole images all the time. I'm giving you permission. It's all right. Okay, I'm going to add some dimensionals behind here. 1, 2, 3. I didn't on my first card, so you might see it looks a little flat. And after I made it, I realized I liked it better raised. Okay, just like so. Then I'm going to put these layers together. I have my Stampin' Seal. Now, some of you may be experiencing a little difficulty using it. I want you to know it's a very, very light touch. If you were around for the old Fast Fuse, remember how you had to use just a super light touch? The same is true with Stampin' Seal. Now, it's much, much easier to use than Fast Fuse, so don't get scared off when I compare the two. But super light, okay? Like, you know, so I went and I met a little baby, 7 months old this weekend. And you know how you brush a baby's skin and it's just so soft and you just do a really light touch because it makes them giggle and smile? Remember doing that? Okay, so that's the touch you want to use, okay? Giggles and smiles, not screams and tears, all right? So a very light touch. Whoops, a little bit too much there on the edge. Just brush it, turn it around, okay? Giggles and smiles. I like that analogy. Okay, if you don't have a spool of this sheer Pool Party ribbon, stop right now. Don't go. This video will be here, but you need to go add this in your cart right now, okay? I'm not kidding. This is wow. Remember the other day I said something about there's new white ribbon. It was going to be my #1 favorite. I think I lied to you. I really do. Because this, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Simply amazing. Can you see it? It's sheer. It's kind of sparkly. And I mean, gossamer sheer. How's that? That's a good word. I was a literature teacher. Okay, here we go. Wrap it around. And then we're going to add this to our card base. If it doesn't advance, just scooch it along with your finger. It's all right. You didn't break it. Giggles and smiles, very light. Not tears and fears. Although, if you're a child of the 80s, Tears for Fears was a pretty awesome band. But we don't want it in our card making. Okay, see how we're doing here. I want now to find some more dimensionals to put along the back. I really don't. I love that piercing mat for stamping, but if I forget to move it, it feels like my workspace is too small. Oh, sure, why not? One more never hurt anyone. Well, if I'm going to do that, now I'm offsides. Oh my. This is going to go right here on the edge. okay? Do you see why I said this had to be to the left almost all the way and up high? Because we needed it to fit that frame, okay? Now we're going to tie a bow using some of this lovely Pool Party sheared ribbon. Oh, well, I almost had to rewrap that whole spool. Okay, slip it underneath. I tie it upside down. It's the way that works the best for me. There's so many ways to tie a ribbon. Or tie a bow. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. I'm in love, love, love. Okay? Funky little ties. Look at that. It is so pretty. It makes me think of like some of that ribbon you might find in a bridal bouquet. Okay? Very pretty. Now, on the inside, because I love this flower, we're going to take our Pear Pizzazz again. And this time, kind of angled. And then Poppy Parade. Aren't these pretty? I mean, summer flowers at its finest. Too fun. Okay, so this morning when I made my card, I thought, yeah, that's nice, okay. And then I thought, you know what can make it a little bit nicer? Blends. So I have my light Pool Party Stampin' Blend. You know what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to color this whole piece. Okay, I love doing this. I love stamping on Whisper White and then coloring the background with a Stampin' Blend. Doing this gives me those beautiful crisp images on the white cardstock. Okay, makes that ink just stand right out. But then by coloring the whole frame, it makes it look like you stamped on colored cardstock. And it is something fresh, something pretty, and it's a different way of using your blends. So you can color images and you can just fill in backgrounds, okay? And then, all right, I've got those little seams because there's embossing on that frame. So just take your thin one, okay, and color that. Crisp images, colored backgrounds, and a dragonfly, all right? Always. Always what? Tell me. Always what? Down below. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I'll be here tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, to celebrate the end of this week. All measurements and information can be found later on my blog at www.makingmemorieswithmichelle.com. As always, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.